fucker.
That's a good start there from our good friend Hoffy. How are you? I did tell the boys to be quiet before I jumped in. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Split 3 Drivers Lounge. Tonight we're coming from the wonderful circuit at Interlagos in Brazil. And of course, I've got with me a cast of thousands tonight. I've got Hoffy, Ben Anthony, Blanchy and Dave Garbutt who are going to be battling it out, of course, up the front in the split here. Ed Cullen, who had a free night with me being away. We've got Jason Fewens in the house. John King, congratulations on your P2 results, John. Mark Dial, who I believe has some spicy things to drop tonight. So we'll have to wait till we get into the race a bit to get those out of Mark. Hazy's in. Roy Clark has come in to say good day. Scotty Perrins is here. Stephen Varga here for his vet swan song because he's not racing next season. We'll be asking a bit more about that. Timmy Nicol, Troy Sipple, AA7, Warren Davis and Will Munro. So we might get this race started. So bear with me and we will get racing.
Thanks, John.
Thank you for the introduction. Much appreciated.
That's all right. Blanchy off on a cracker here.
Thank you, Race Control, for saving me the effort of typing it.
And Blanchy made it through the first couple of corners without stopping as well, which is quite good. And Dave Garbutt is still rolling.
Yeah, I actually didn't stop when it went green this time.
Are we talking Matty Parker rolling or?
No, rolling on his wheels. And of course, Ed Cullen sitting up in 7th in front of Matty McMillan.
Jump 2 at the start. I was happy with that.
Yeah. Just would have seen the green car and just gone for it, I reckon.
I went, oh no, where's John?
And big shout out to the Bucklands. How are you, Anita? And we've got Stephen Murray and Will Wilson in the chat. And Matty McMillan in the chat as well. So, of course, 70 laps, long race. Boys have got a fair way to go here, but Blanchy off to a good start. We might just drop back a little bit through the group. Have a look at Pete Kelleher, if I hit the right button. So Pete's up in the 3rd, and oh, he's on the grass.
Oh no. Pete, what are you doing, man?
No, not sure what happened.
Recovery though.
Not too bad.
In some great times too.
He was. They've false sense of security. He just wants to overtake him again.
He was in the hard charger.
It's all strategy.
That or he forgot it was lap 1.
And Lucas Bird caught the action there.
Lucas.
So not sure what happened on that one there. But we might jump back up to the front where Blanchy's under a bit of pressure from Mark Dial of all people.
Hey, go Mark.
Say that, sir.
Are you sure he's doing a lap behind already?
No, if that was anyone that would be a lap behind, it would be you calling out the first safety car for the split 2 round.
Yeah, but I got that lap back. And you
Yeah,
parked
but
perfectly.
I didn't need to.
So is Mark going to give us a track guide?
Yeah, we might have to pick someone a bit later in the race. We'll do a onboard show us a lap.
Race to start. I'm starting my conversation with Mr. Anthony.
Oh, here we go.
I don't. You can tell me to go eat a dick or whatever you do. I don't necessarily. It doesn't even affect me next season, but I'm just saying I don't necessarily agree with the last 2 rounds only being drop rounds, just because people may have certain things on. John Van Ray, for instance, couldn't make the last round because he had a work function on.
Oh, that's not what you said he was doing, but okay.
Oh, yeah, all right, he was doing something else.
Yeah,
that involved buttocks.
No, I was gifting Mark Dial a top 10 in the championship.
Yeah, I just, I mean, people have things on, and I think it should be back to the final 2 rounds, but at the end of the day, it's up to other people to make that decision, and that's my 2 cents worth.
The only reason we done that is so we could clearly know exactly where everyone was at the time.
But do we
rather
care?
than, well, for broadcast wise, yes. Luke likes to know what's going on when he's talking about it, so I don't know. We can visit it still got a few weeks left. I can always change it. But,
Yeah, okay. Well, an extra 5 minutes up Luke's sleeve wouldn't necessarily hurt, I don't believe.
no, probably not.
I don't think it'd take that long, but yeah.
Well, you got 2 drop rounds anyway. So why not just nominate what if you I don't know.
Because you don't know what your worst rounds are going to be. Like
Well,
for
if
me,
you
for
run out of
instance,
fuel and finish
last night, if I balls that round up, and if that could have been a drop round, I possibly would have been in third. I don't know how far I was behind because I don't bother looking at that stuff, but I don't care where I finished in the end because, like I said, it's all for fun. But yeah, that was just a big mess up on my part on pit strategy, and
the all for fun part seems to have been lost on some people too.
beg your pardon?
I said the all for fun part seems to be lost on some people too in all 3 splits.
Yeah, some people do stick their nose in where it's unwanted, and like I said in Luke's channel, people kind of need to allow for a little bit of netcode here and there, and not try and push the envelope so hard all the time.
Exactly.
I agree.
Agreed.
That's why Paul Young's nickname is Pinocchio, because he keeps sticking his nose in where it's not wanted.
That's why I shoved it up at Phillip Island unintentionally, round 2 or 1 or whatever it was.
Didn't you do that at Bathurst too? Isn't that how you ended up in the fence?
Hey, that was his fault, right? That was his fault. He'll admit to that.
So Ben, are we going with the if you don't put a quality lap in next season, or that you'll be starting pit lane?
The hell was that?
So if you don't attempt the lap, you get a pit lane start.
Yep. And if you don't pre-qual, you don't get to race at all.
The pre-qual thing is probably a little bit more cool. I've got a rough idea where everyone should belong. There are a few guys who have already told me that they're only going to really get one night to do pre-qual. But I know where they should ultimately belong. So it's going to be a hard one because I don't want a situation like we had with Scotty Gamble this year, where it was
promotion.
Do a few, get booted up. Do a few, get booted up. Scotty was fine with it because he told me at the start of the year. He initially told me at the start of the year he wasn't actually going to race. He was just going to use the practice. And then it turned into doing every race.
And then the competitor came out and said, "Fuck this, I'm going for it."
Yeah, and then he's exactly. So, but he was fine.
Sorry, the only problem with that though is it's pretty hard on the poor bloke who finished 44th or 45th in split 1, for example.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they get relegated on a not a suspicion, for a better word.
I think I did put something down. Double check. Pretty sure I put something in the rules where it's along the lines of if I believe you're of split 1 quality and you don't put down
tracks the other way, Dave.
If you say don't put a lap down at motorsport at all, and I know you're a split 1 quality, you'll effectively be put onto the reserve list for split 1. So
they have been split 2, but
can I just say this brake bias at motorsport, I could end up in split 4 at this rate.
I love motorsport. It's the best.
So do I, but I'm not a big fan of this brake bias. Let me tell you.
Try 44.
Move it.
I did. I moved it forward. Now I've gone backwards.
Wind it hard back.
I have.
Yeah.
Hard back.
I've done that.
For some reason, 46 or something comes to mind for motorsport. It was really low.
Yeah, I think I'm at 42.
Yep.
here you go, Bugs. Failure to settle. Sorry.
You're sending me pond pictures.
No, I'm reading you the rule in relation to it.
Oh, damn. Can you send me pond
Failure.
pictures?
Yeah, it'd be more interesting.
Failure to set a lap time at both or either tracks that will be held at the discretion of admin. This may result in being a reserve driver for a particular split, which may result in not racing due to full fields.
So they're a reserve driver, but they're not going to be in split 2. They're just a reserve driver for a split 1.
Okay, so one of the guys, for example, is Jason
Split 3 or
Spriggs.
Yeah.
Jason Spriggs, he's a split 1 driver. He's got the pace.
Yeah.
He's always up the front. If he can't put a lap down at a track because he's got issues with his sim, I know he's a split 1 driver, so he'll be in split 1, but he'll be a reserve driver for split 1, and will only be able to race if someone doesn't turn up 1 week.
Which is nearly every week.
Which is nearly every week someone doesn't turn up, Yeah. So
That seems fair.
because I don't want to get to a situation like if I put Jason in split 2, it's like 30 seconds later, it's up to 2 across them. So
wow, this
Plus,
is
he
like
also ruined his season, his split 1 championship.
exactly,
A couple of rounds
because he's missed a race in split 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've drunk. It's a bit wide out there.
But that means, so just say he races 3 races in a row. Is he back in split 1, or once there's 40 races again, he's back on the
It just
bench?
depends on whether you get full field.
Depends if you, but the likelihood of getting all 45 split 1 drivers every single week is going to be low.
And we have a new race leader, Mr. Mark Dial.
Yeah, I was just going to pull this up and say Mark Dial's in P1.
Check it flag.
My screen's wrong.
The universe is
Blurry.
lit.
well, Dave Baldock was in 6th spot in split 2, so you know
That's only
who knows what's going.
He didn't stop for fuel.
Yeah, you
Both
forgot to
times.
put fuel in.
No, that was the first pit stop.
Blanchy, you seem to slow down around them. Was there something wrong?
No.
He was
You
just,
just thought you let Mark go?
thinking championship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at the gap.
Champion.
Look
No,
at the gap
Save
right
fuel.
now.
Championship and tyres.
Tyres.
We we learnt during the week that if you overdrove and you could fry your tyres and you'd have nothing left, and I was working on the theory of preserving the tyres and having a bit left at the end of each stint if I needed it.
I got 30. I got 30 plus laps out of one set of tyres last night, and I didn't go off pace that much.
But you were burning them up the other night.
Oh yeah, I learned the hard way in
Yeah.
practice.
That's the thing. If you burnt them up, you weren't going to get there. So that's what I was working on. I wasn't going to try and defend. I thought if Mark wants to come around, let him around, and I just sit him behind and follow.
I absolutely hated the car with full fuel.
Yes,
But like,
I agree. It was a piece of shit.
I actually liked it.
I just couldn't
I
pull
didn't
it
mind
up.
it.
I didn't care.
It was slow. It was slow. My laps in the middle stint were around the 134s, 135s.
I reckon that's because you'd burn up your tyres chasing Blanchy.
No, because I went in, put full fuel new tyres on, and I seen Blanchy
Just wasn't
take off
expecting
before me, and I thought, well, I'm going full fuel regardless of what I do. And it was just terrible to drive. It was like driving an RX4 with a turbo engine in it.
Yeah, no, I
played
didn't
with my
mind it.
bias. I should have played with the bias, but I didn't bother. I went, whatever.
I tried.
I
Bias
didn't. I
didn't do
should
anything.
have, but I didn't.
Well,
So bias wise, I went from 49.7 on the full tank to right up to 51.8 at like 20 litres left. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have wound it back to like 49.5, but I didn't.
Well, when I come back in for the second stop, I put 44 litres in, and the car was a rocket ship. I went from 8th to 5th. So full tanks. If you're gonna make this series to run like this, we need to have a setup that's going to be capable of running on full tanks.
Always 60 litre.
Not everyone had problems with it.
Yeah,
I didn't care.
Was fine.
We need to at least test whether it's capable of doing it.
I think it is. It's just the bias.
not all-
that needs to be played with.
It was
Not all
sluggish up the hill, but outside of that, it handled okay.
But not all setups will be able to be driven on.
And we've got a new viewer on the chat, guys. Everyone say hello to Mr. Craig Healy.
Hello, Mr. Healy.
Mr. Healy.
Hello, Mr. Healy.
We're getting a lot of split one drivers in here.
Well, once the fuel was back to 60 litres, I was sitting 2.5 seconds behind Greg, and the gap stayed about that. I don't know if his tyres were cooked or it was just I felt the car felt better, or I had better tyres than him. I don't know, but
I'll give you a tip.
With it.
One of the pit stops I filled up. One of the pit stops I filled up, and just watch how I go there. And again, I think it came down to burning up the tyres. I got my, I had a narrower band that I worked with the brake bias, yes, you could feel slow, but I didn't feel the car was all that bad. The only way to really get these to really behave across a full tank full,
Scotty.
Got it.
Scotty.
Nice catch, Scotty.
Is if you were able to open it up so you can adjust the roll bars in mid-race, but I don't think that's possible with the fixed setup.
Not yet.
No.
No.
You're never going to get a car with full tanks to be as quick as one without. With low fuel.
But I'm not saying quick.
Overdrive it when it's got full tanks, so that you still got tyres once you run it down, and be able to.
It drove poorly though, Rick.
He's a classic example of what he's been doing to the whole guys in the supercars this year. He doesn't overdrive it on the first few laps, and look how much longer he makes his tyres last than everyone else.
Yeah, wasn't that ugly?
Different. It's a little bit different from sim to real.
But if you're sliding the car, your tyres go off. If you don't
I wasn't
slide
fast
the car,
enough, Rick. I wasn't fast enough to slide on a 134 or 135.
Take me hat off to Jamie for a sec. Because I was talking to him a couple of weeks ago, and he was explaining to me that normally about 96 litres is the most to try and get it to work properly, because without being able to play at the with the roll bars, because there's certain things in iRacing it doesn't work, and so for this setup to work like he did with being able to run full tanks right down to empty, I thought he did a really good job. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. I mean, watch this. I've finally squeezed past Will. Sorry, Will. I must be about 5 or 6 seconds behind you at the moment, Chris, or more. And I want to catch up.
2.4 seconds, Dave.
Get faster, Dave. Get faster. I'm trying. I'm doing my best, man.
You did catch up, mate.
David, are you ruining it for us?
Yeah, don't ruin it.
Yeah.
I'm not ruining
it. You're in front at the moment, dog.
Dave, I just want to say I took the prize for the best squeeze on Thursday night. Just ask Anthony Visma.
What? You squeezed the goldfish? That's not fair.
I squeezed that bastard right off the track. He went flying.
That wasn't a squeeze, Jimmy, that was a shoulder charge.
Where is he tonight? In the chat.
That was harsh.
I think Stewie was sitting in the best seat in the house to watch that one.
And Mark, are you going to air your laundry in a public forum, or are you going to leave it to behind closed doors?
No, I've already put it out there about the qualified people who came to come in and qualify.
What? I didn't hear it.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Oh God, that's old.
Well, I asked when we were going to put people in the pit lane if they didn't qualify. They come in and join the session with about 5 minutes to go, and then come in and tend to ruin people's races.
Was that it?
So
nothing. Is that all?
Thought it was going to be earth-shattering. I thought we had the scoop.
No, I just, if you've got time to practice and through the week, and we've got 4 nights a week that we come in and practice, you've got time to do that. You've got time to come in and at least do 1 quali lap.
Yeah, just stop having a pull on the old pud and go and practice.
And I think,
Just one
I think the person knows who I'm talking about if he's listening.
Yeah, so am I.
I actually don't think it's a bad idea. It adds a bit more. Because what's the rules in real life if they don't set a qualifying lap?
They start at the back.
They start at the
Ah, Scotty.
Rear of the grid.
In go-karts, you're going to ask the clerk of course for permission to race.
Yep. Yep.
I did suggest that for a certain other series that runs on a Tuesday night, that anyone getting rear of grid should start from pit lane instead of starting rear of grid to eliminate some of that argy-bargy at the start.
I'd agree with that.
Ben, are you racing season 12, Ben? Or you still got another year to wait?
I've got it till November.
Is that when you get married?
No, that's October.
He's not allowed to race then.
I thought you would have changed the rules so as it's in the calendar year that you become eligible.
It's got to be 40 to get married too.
No, 39 for marriage. 40 for beds.
But yeah, what you're saying about
Matty.
That was Matty.
Matty.
40, you'll be jumping straight into kids.
No.
You won't be able to race at all.
But what you're saying about starting them from the pit lane to stop some of that argy-bargy, trying to make up a lot of positions in that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's probably pretty smart.
You're talking about people that don't quali.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't set a time.
That purposely want to start at the back.
People who come and join the session 5 minutes before the end of quality.
No, if they go out and attempt their 2 laps and don't set a time, I don't think they should be.
No, I'm with you on that one.
Yep.
But if they skip quali altogether, do 0 laps, and
If they don't do their full 2 laps, then
can you police that? Is it hard to police it?
It depends on the software that Race Control have.
Just to make it easy on you, you don't want to create a nightmare for you either.
Well, look
I've
out.
got SDK, and my SDK tells me exactly where everyone is on track at any point.
I locked
so I can
up,
see.
I got an off track. Oh, damn, I didn't complete a lap. Oh, damn, I did it again.
Yeah, but you've still turned laps.
You've still gone out and you've attempted qualifying.
Have you really?
Yep. You're allowing room for
Technically you have, but have you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that makes it hard to know that if someone has legitimately gone out there and has ran off the track.
Yeah.
Well, then you potentially got 10 cars starting from pit lane.
Yeah, well, tough.
Yeah, but if you're
Race within a race.
Fight it out amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I had one genuine. Well, I had one genuine week where I couldn't get a lap in qualifying.
Believe it or not, I spun my first lap last night on turn 2. It's the first time I'd ever spun on turn 2, and it just and then I thought, oh, what do I do? And I actually hit the wall.
Scotty
again. And I hit the wall and I took a deep breath and I thought, what do I do? And I just went real slow around the track, let the tyres cool down, and did my second lap. It sort of surprised me.
Well done. Yeah, I was struggling. I got down to turn 2 and I'd lost 4 tenths or 5 tenths by the time I got into turn 2, and I'm like, yeah, nah. Second lap, nah, done. Yeah, so I got a 1 lap screamer for qualifying, and 5th was as best as I could do last night.
So what do I do here? I've got Dave in my mirror here.
You just take him out.
This was where I was starting to have a little bit of trouble with the throttle pedal. I was thinking, I'll tell Chris to go round, and then when I seen Dave was that close, I thought, no, bugger it, we'll let these two find out. I'll see if I can hang on to a few more laps in the lead.
Just do what Jace did to protect his fourth place. Just stay on the brakes through that corner.
Dave at this point's thinking, now if I just tap in right here and put him in the fence, I might win the championship.
No.
Actually, you know, honestly, I never had that worry in me at all. Knowing the way Dave drives, I thought, if anything did happen, it was going to be a genuine mistake. But I didn't have a worry there at all.
Yeah, I'd put my foot in the brake and bloody wait until you caught up with me, because there's no way I want to go anywhere or get any points on deliberately taken someone out. That's just rude.
Yeah. But my eyes were always forward when we were close. I always let you worry about what you're doing behind me.
Yep.
And and I'd worry about what I was doing with the car in front of me.
Yep. And unless I'm not past your B pillar, mate,
Yeah.
there's nothing to worry about. And
So
if
you went a lap
I'm not
early.
that, I did. At this point, yes. I went, man, I'm. These guys are a little bit slower than the pace I've got. Bugger it. I'll go in and see where the cards fall.
Putting these both up. Was the issue with the throttle pedal?
Is that what you had issues with the throttle?
It started to get progressively worse. The longer I went, you can see just how much further down from the top that it was.
Oh no!
And here I was thinking it was you frying your tyres up.
No. I got by the end of the race. By the end of the race, I was at 95% throttle.
What pedals were you using?
V3.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Would you like to buy some pedals, mate?
Yeah, you do need to keep an eye on that throttle sensor on the V3s. They do need to be cleaned every, and sort
3 or
of
4 days.
reset every now and again. I don't know about 3 or 4 days, but yeah.
I should never touch mine, and I don't want to.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The first rule of anything electronic.
Yeah, well, tell Fanatec that too.
Yeah.
Hey, Vargs,
Don't listen to anyone. Yo.
have a look on general chat. And then Feds Discord.
Lap 24th last night, and I said to Jamie, "Look at this train behind me." I got behind me. Everyone's, behind me. He's going, "Yeah, you're slowing us up, you bastard. Get out of the way." I was just holding the racing line. I had Scotty Gamble within 0.2, 0.3 behind me. At no point did I try and block and hold the inside line and try and hold him off. I thought, well, if he gets me, he gets me. I'm on a different pit strategy anyway.
Yeah.
He never got me, and I'm like, well, fucking, I'm going to keep going and doing what I'm doing. And if he sits behind me, he sits behind me. He might be saving fuel for all I know.
Yep.
Thank you.
I pitted.
There you go, mate.
No one got.
Oh, who let him in here?
And just in case anyone cares, I'm at the racetrack by myself.
Oh, by myself.
You were the ring. Join me.
I thought you were eating ice cream.
Yeah, I thought you were upset having ice cream.
Did your missus come and let you off the
Already
bed,
had that.
did she?
And thank you, Jason Pewins. She served it to me topless. Thank you. I don't know what you fucking said to her. Well done. Very, very happy with that.
Oh, dearie me.
You said there's something in general for me, did you?
Yeah, have a look under general. There's a Nordschleife practice session up.
Yep. So Michael Stewart and Scotty McEwen, HSR are hosting a Nordschleifer session. If you want to jump in and have a few.
You're going to say something else then.
Well,
yeah, jump in, go a few corners and die. Yeah.
No, me and Bugs got a handle on that track. We've done it before, haven't we, Bugs?
Gary ducks in. And
before they
on
fixed it.
Very well.
Are you turning laps, Roy?
Yeah, I'm just dived into qualifying for Motorsport. I thought I'd do 4 laps now, then I'll try Barber.
How long's ago in that session?
Goes till 1 a.m.
No.
Yes.
Barber, Peck.
Just put a lap time down, that's all I'm
Jump
doing.
in barber practice.
Well, hang on. I think Nanny's still walking around with another bowl of ice cream with no top on. I'll go and check that first.
Getting ready, she's getting ready for my visit, mate.
Yeah, actually she is. She's just stripped all the beds off and everything, getting ready, making the bed for you and everything. Yeah, because you'll be using that bedroom Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when you leave. Misha flies back in from Melbourne, so works out right.
Sounds like a tea party.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a tea party.
No, key.
Key party. And Jason, I tried to get a picture of Nanny with serving me the ice cream and a top on, and she was a bit wise to it. She wouldn't let me do it, so sorry. But I will get you one, okay?
I've already seen it, mate.
Okay, good on you. Okay, I didn't know that.
Look outside your bathroom window.
You know those video cameras you've got?
Yeah.
And Dylan Blanchy into the pits.
Yep.
Yeah, back on track.
Back on track.
And going back on the timing thing, we do have people in different time zones, so it is, you know, we do have people not able to actually join some of these race sessions until the last minute. So
Jeff Eddy
there is
dialing
that.
in from the east coast of America. That's a fair effort in itself.
And our WA counterparts, especially in daylight savings.
Mm.
We don't care. We don't care anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's only WA.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Rick? Isn't that right, Rick?
Yeah.
They just want to be another country over there.
They are.
And Stephen Vargas just asked everyone to give the YouTube channel a thumbs up as well. Thanks, Bugs.
Done it before you said it, Bugs.
Yeah, I done
Yeah, I
it.
know, but since then there's fucking there's 20 people now. There was only bloody
Only don't
16
pay.
before, so, you know.
Gone up.
Like
that
and
one.
subscribe, fellas. Like and subscribe.
Yeah,
What do you
that's
think
So
of
here we go.
Bugs,
We join
an
back
influence?
on track and watch this.
I don't want to see this lap. Can someone turn it off?
No.
Do you think you're an
Yeah,
influence or
focus on
something,
it.
Bugs?
Yeah.
Jesus.
What's that?
You think you're an
What did you
influence or
say?
something, Bugs?
I'm trying to be.
This is where it
Oi!
Who's an influencer now?
Who was that just went
Influencer.
off?
Fair, I got
Mind you, that is the first car I've hit in 12 weeks.
It's the only thing you fit in 12 weeks.
Oh no, come on, you did all right last week.
Those who brag get done.
Yeah, that's what you think, buddy.
Those who brag who get none.
Oh, good love tap. Oh!
Can he get four? There's another car, hit four.
Civil, where do you say to go?
Oh,
Practice at Barber.
What track am I at?
Nordschleife.
Canadian Tire Motorsport. Motorpark.
I'm watching on YouTube, so I'm a bit delayed.
Everyone's worried about the Nordschleife, and it's not till the second half of the season, isn't it?
Mm.
yeah,
but
it says round 10.
But it's a big track.
There you go.
Get your head around it.
Oh, there's Spaz up the middle.
Three
Get your head
wide.
around it. Got to get your mouth around it.
Let's go to Nordschlag. Come on.
Well, in your case, it'd be your mouth, but
What are you gonna? What's the strategy for safety car actually?
Yeah, I'll just bank 4 laps.
So
here, bro.
Nordschleife.
Yeah.
We're not gonna run one. Probably not going to run one.
Okay.
Actually, and the other one too. What's going to be the process for doing qualifying then?
For Nordschleife.
Yeah.
Don't
'Cause
know.
I know iRacing in officials there, they'll run a complete separate session, and then your time from that session carries over to the qualifying for the race.
It'll probably be like we normally do, but it might just be one time lap.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Finished in positions from previous week.
Yeah. I mean that'd work too.
Yeah.
What's the lap? Lap's about 8 minutes or something. Isn't it?
Yeah, about
Well,
9 minutes.
Yeah, just do finishing positions from previous week.
Which Nürburgring is it?
Full,
Get
including
straight-
GP.
the long one. The long one.
Yeah.
It'd be the 24-hour one, so
Yeah.
it doesn't include the Mercedes loop though, does it?
It doesn't include the arena, but it includes everything else at the circuit.
Yeah.
Get some
no,
Shrek long.
So it's not just the tourist farting; it's the Grand Prix circuit included.
Yeah.
Yep. And when you go through turn 2, you do the immediate. When you go through turn 1, the right-hander you
Turn
do
left.
the immediate turn
Sharp left,
turn left. You don't
Yep.
you go around the arena section.
No, I think you do go around the arena.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Not
think
24 hour. Normally you don't.
It's that drop down the hill to the hairpin that you don't do.
No, you do
The
the whole
VLN?
you do the whole GP track.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It's
It's the VLN version.
Okay. Yeah. It really is the long version.
Yep.
So it'll be 172 corners.
Yep.
Be able to save some fuel around there. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but Huffy, there's no point saving it if you're in the wall, mate.
Yeah. Hoffy will be getting out and pushing the car up the hills.
That will be a race of attrition.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Love that.
Killer on here.
Oh, I tried to do I don't race the Radical series, but I always try to do the Radical race.
Radicals are
there.
awesome. They're so
And-
much fun.
It's brilliant around there in
what
the
happened?
radicals.
Yeah,
He blew his engine.
She
I had
stopped.
punched a radical around there quite a few
Accident with
times.
Mark,
Great
blew,
fun.
blew my
Are
motor.
you, are you talking about?
Oh no!
Oh, Blue 37's here. Everybody.
Oh God, no!
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Put him on mute. Put him on mute.
Hey Dave.
Oh,
How you going, mate?
So, Dave,
Yeah,
what
good
are,
to see you.
what are your thoughts about Split 3?
I don't know, you'd have only just logged in. Give me a sec. Where's John
Oh,
Van
I can't
Reed?
believe
He's not even on the
Sandy already.
leaderboard.
I want Luke to join. Luke, the broadcaster, to join because I want to know how he makes the Blue 37 look so good week after week.
Mirrors. Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah,
The password in Discord's wrong.
It did,
He gets
did actually raise a comment that was made earlier, and that was Luke only gets one replay sent to him. I got 3 replays sent to me this week.
Nice.
Hey, Picky, what was the password again?
919 for Norslad, whatever it is.
Michael
So
Stewart, in
who's
the,
coming?
in the blade for Balin number.
Who's
Yeah.
coming
919.
over?
I was, that was your ice cream.
I'm going to come in to watch.
You like to watch, don't you, Ben?
Top time on the lap.
haven't you got all this new equipment that you should be using? Like, seriously?
Is it
It's
set
just,
up yet?
it's just my computer I've got to get hooked up.
Oh, here we go again. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, all you got to do is plug it in, mate. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, I've had to relocate this week. You know, three screen sim rig PC, the whole bit, and yeah, that only took a couple of hours.
Where'd you go, Davo?
You know, moved from city to the Southern Island, so about 2 hours drive. So sim rig did 100 and something k's down the freeway.
So we're not under safety car here yet, are we?
No, but Roy Clark's just been disqualified for the season for moaning and complaining.
Where are you, Dave?
The sim rig go faster than you actually drive the sim.
Where are you located, Dave?
A little bit of a nomad, but Southern Highlands at the moment, so Robertson. So around the corner from.
Oh, nice
from
pies
the
there.
From the pie shop.
Yep, best, great pies. Anybody visiting Wollongong or locality, pop up and head back up, grab some pies and head back up via the M5 back to Sydney.
Home of the Hindmarshes.
I'll tell you a little story about Robertson. I had a mate of mine who had one of the first generation R1s, and I stayed at his place after doing a track day on my bike, and he went to work, so he said, here's the keys for the R1, take it for a ride.
Oh, nice.
Oh, but he wasn't even at the first set of traffic lights, and I had the levers on, I was gone. So down through National Park, down to Wollongong, up and down Macquarie Pass about 6 or 7 times.
Yep.
Lunch at the Robertson Pie Shop, come home. Anyway, he was a bit of a city rider. Anyway, when he's come home, the bike's in the garage, chain lubed, all sitting up in the stand. He's looked at the tyres and gone, "What the fuck have you been doing on my bike?" He said, "There's parts of the tyre there that I didn't even know you could use."
Yeah.
and as I said, that was one of the first generation R1s. Oh god, it was a ballsy bike. I could see why so many blokes used to kill themselves on them.
Yeah.
They had some grunt.
Yeah.
And come on quick.
What's scary is in peak hour, running down that hill, you get the locals in the utes, and they're pushing you down the hill.
I have been down there in a semi, but I am not one of those that have been stuck down there.
Yeah.
I haven't tried to take a B double down there. I'm not that's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, they had the pass shut for about a month. The amount of rain that they've had down here, it washed half the bloody road away. Right? They got it completely rebuilt, widened in like 3 or 4 weeks. Kudos to the road guys.
No one's done a lap
absolutely
yet.
Brilliant.
There's some interesting viewing not long after we restart, a lap or 2 in, around my car.
Yeah. I'll take a safety car to give a big shout out to Faz, the pinball wizard. Of course, now sponsored by Haggis Pinball Machines. So Faz, Faz running in P1 here. So Faz actually gave me a cheat sheet. So that's why I've known where everyone's been spinning tonight. So big thanks to Faz for doing that for me.
Oh,
helps.
Legend. Thanks, Faz.
It was interesting here to see who pitted and how they, because I was following Dave at this stage when the safety car was called, and he pitted, so I followed him.
I wished I did, because I have got tyres that are not so great, and I got a lot of fuel on.
Yeah, well, this is what I did. I filled her up. I come out with 111 litres on board, and
Yep.
I considering what our tyres were only 5 laps old at that stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was still worthwhile to put on the fuel load and go.
Hey, Pecky, have you ever done a not lap of the Nordschleife?
I've done 1 or 2 on the tourist one. I just got in here now. I thought, shit, this is the wrong track. Little did I know,
No.
we've been racing right next to it in a couple of the races over the seasons. Yeah. This one here is exciting. Like I shot my load in my shorts in 1 lap the other night. So good.
Yeah. No, I dived into the pits because I had no idea how much fuel I'd put on in the first pit stop. Told crew chief to stop fueling when I started seeing other people start to move. It was like, time to go. And figured I'd get at least a lap under safety car to warm the tyres back up and have a full tank of fuel and clutch in around a lot of the downhill sections and hopefully make it at a reasonable pace towards the and stretch out the middle stint to a few extra laps.
We're about
Well,
to go.
I basically just went in, topped off, didn't take tyres, and just come back out.
Come on, launch it,
Wow,
launch it, launch it, launch it, launch it.
Hang on.
Ah! Didn't launch it.
Ah, well.
What are you teaching these safety car drivers, Ben?
Yeah.
Not to do a camera.
But that's the point.
Or a
Where's the fun
chassis
in that?
at Watkins Glen.
Actually got caught in the pit lane, like in the wall and that. I can't remember.
I must admit, it is a very daunting job driving the safety car, though.
Yeah, I think it's probably the hardest thing to do.
Look, Faz just got the jump on him there. How do you do that?
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
He's a little asleep. If I've got the jump on you, I'll give you the tip.
Whoa. Not the one with the sharp left.
At this point, I'm looking in the rear view. 3 cars behind me, I'm like, fucking really? Why did they come out behind me?
So we were talking before about the cars on full fuel. So come out now. I'm on full fuel. What am I sitting in? 5th, 6th there, 6th.
5th.
5th. Yeah. So I'm full fuel. Dave's full fuel behind me.
Yep.
Well, I come into the pits and they got a jerry can there. The crew chief says we're going to take 2 litres out. You got enough?
The camel pack. So this will get you through the race.
Conversation getting the setups with the full fuel and everything, and my take on it is I was actually wondering if I could put 90 litres in it to qualify. It was better.
Bit of weight to hold it down.
It's great. At 90 litres, it was flying for me.
Yeah, I've done 4 laps here in all. Ben. 4 the other night.
At this point, I'm getting stalked.
I enjoyed that little race at the end, Michael. That was quite a lot of fun.
It was. I didn't enjoy this part coming up. 1.
2.
2.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it.
3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Switch over. 3.
Die with the over-under.
3 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Well, and Chris, thank you for opening the door.
And there was nothing I could do about it. It was going to be dangerous and I was going to lose more spots, so I just had to let it go.
Hey, Pecky.
But that's the respect.
that's the respect that I'll come to appreciate in Split 3 this season.
It's been good like that. Actually, what
fuck
made
it
me
up,
do
mate,
that? I
please.
think if you look the lap before, somebody come out of pit lane. There was like 5 of us.
Yep.
And I'm sort of sitting in the middle, going, I didn't really want to be here.
Yeah.
Well, and you had a nose on me heading up the straight, so I went, well, I've got to open the corner because otherwise it's not going to be good. I didn't expect 3 to go through, though.
I think it's the same in all the splits. I think the plan he's had was really worked, that you're racing the same sort of guys every week and you have a little bit more respect for each other than maybe previous seasons where we were jumping splits and you're racing different guys all the time.
And I think the other big thing that I've noticed is that guys like Scotty Perrins and most of the blokes in Split 3 have actually improved their racecraft.
Out of sight, yeah.
Oh, massively. Like, look at the strength of Split 2 this season was
phenomenal
compared to where it was last year. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Doing the splits there. I mean, that really tick the boxes to help people get speed. So yeah,
I also think that it creates that thing where you don't catch the lap cars as much in each of the splits. Yeah, I've noticed throughout.
Consistency's been real good.
Yeah.
But, and most importantly, like Blanchy said earlier, you're racing with people that you get to know how they race. So you get to learn whether you can trust them or not. Can I be near this person and race door to door, and not get taken out?
Everyone's sitting back from me at the moment.
Yeah, well, if you can't, you just let them go by and
and then they generally crash.
Yeah.
So you let them go by and watch them crash. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Here we go. This is the moment, actually. Am I in the middle here?
Yeah, we're all pretty close here.
What's going on there?
Yeah, that was my first off track.
Wasn't a bad move by Dunny though to go through it.
Oh yeah, he got through beautifully, didn't he? And then he's put it in the right spot to go down the inside there. It was perfect. Well done, well done to Jace.
We were close here, and none of us hit each other.
Yeah.
But by taking on that full tank of fuel, I didn't mind. You know, if I had anyone go around me or had to let someone by, because I knew that my last pit stop was going to be a lot shorter than most. So.
Yeah, by this stage, I'm starting to do the calcs in my head, and I'm going, okay, when do we go? Lap 50, lap 52. When do I go? You know, if I make the tyres last this long.
I think I heard Crew Chief say you went in, so I thought, oh well, next lap I'll go around, go in, and
yeah, well, I fired up my Crew Chief like 10 seconds before the race started, and
I did it in the first pit stop.
Yeah, and it was on the wrong sound output, so I never heard him the whole race. So I still had the in-game Crew Chief going, but I never had Crew Chief going.
Oh dear.
And I thought, oh well, but
that was Dunny, I think.
Dunny. Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
That was weird because when he bounced into the wall, and as I come round, he'd come back out, and I was just going, oh, I'll lift. No, I'll go, and I just drove straight through the car. Absolutely just straight through the car. I got a 4X for it, but yeah, I just went straight through the middle of the car. So the net code was... I blame my ISP for that, because they're doing maintenance on my system. So, yeah.
Oh, well, it worked out for you.
Well, I didn't really because I got a 4X.
He-
That's what tipped me over the edge.
And here's Pete and the galley
You
sandwich.
didn't get a meatball.
Yeah, well, that's true.
What I was going to say, like when my crew chief I couldn't hear, and I still thoroughly recommend to people that are struggling with their pit stops.
I would recommend everyone watching what happens
Yeah,
right now.
watch this.
Yep. Go on, Pete. Oh, squeezed. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh.
And I got another one. It's Ed up to Ed's, him and Scotty.
Oh, no.
And another one highlighted to me. Hasn't gone in yet.
Well, that was one way to deal with the galley sandwich.
That's definitely. And I'll just keep an eye. I've got one more on this lap.
Gary Buckland improved a lot from the start of the season.
Could someone explain to me why I seem to be like 20 seconds behind?
You on YouTube?
Duke?
Yeah,
And you're not watching it in Discord.
Yeah, watch the Discord. Not sure.
Discord, you got to be up.
Oh, you are. I mean, you are from Albury. You would be 20 seconds too late.
Oi, behave.
That shit out.
Yeah, it.
Just remember, just in the driver's lounge where I'm live. So just remember, Mark, every time we flush, it goes downstream to you.
Nice, I like that.
I don't go in the river, mate.
Hey, Will. That was Will.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Will there.
Missed
All I
his
said
braking
was,
mark, I think.
Yeah, just thank God I was behind him this time.
And
We don't even mention that. I haven't brought it up once.
Yeah, I just watched it happen in front of me. And I'm going, okay, rightio.
What do you mean? Nothing happened.
That's it. Nothing happened. You did put your foot on the brake.
Yeah, there is a middle bit
Actually, I was just avoiding. Gary caught me out, and I thought I've either got to hit him or go off the track. And I thought, no, I'm going off the track.
Yeah.
She's beyond me. I can't take him out.
Gentleman racer, Will. Well done.
No, I was behind there. I was feeling safe.
I know what's about to happen here.
What happens?
Oh no, well, yeah, what does happen?
I could not do this corner.
Which one? This one?
No, the final hard left, yeah, no dramas. But the one before that, that extending sweeper, yeah, that is so hard to get right. It's really easy to lose a couple of tenths coming around that corner.
Take the
put your left wheels up against the gutter and just get some slide on the car going as you go around, and you make the front wheels push against the curbing.
I was going to say, take the Cadillac out.
Much the same as around here. I do exactly the same. I push the left wheels up against the curbing.
Yep.
And if you're on a hot lap, you're just spinning up the back as you're coming around.
Yeah.
Which I was making sure I wasn't doing during the race.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Whoa.
Wow, no room given there, hey?
Yep.
Jeez.
Nope.
Wow.
That was a nice save. That was a save. That was a good save.
Still going.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Yep.
Not so good for Matty.
Oh, poor Matty.
Yeah, wow. That was hectic.
From this point, it really struggled. I couldn't catch these three that I let go in the end.
No. Sorry, man. We were gone.
What's happened here?
Redress.
Yeah, what'd you back off there for? Oh, to readdress.
Redressed it.
Oh, yeah.
Very
I
gentlemanlike.
didn't mind. I got a few cheap seats. I was thinking, yeah, sweet. They're going to give me a couple of free ones.
Nice.
Oh, I was going to say that would be interesting 3 wide up through there.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to make that 3 wide.
I was going to say I'd hate to be at the car on the outside 3 wide.
It's the one in the middle that gets squeezed usually.
You got to go up the middle. Yeah, you go up the middle there, straight up the middle of them.
Oh.
You're almost 3 wide in turn 1.
I don't remember what lap it was, but I got a good pass on Phil Marsh.
Actually, where are you, Scotty? It's our random pick of the week, mate. I'll wait till we get through the centre S. And it's your week to talk us around a lap.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No,
yep.
no,
Yep,
no,
you can do it. You can do it. Let's go, Scotty. Nah, just tell me what you're thinking.
Remember how it goes, Scotty? Oh shit, shit, shit. Oh shit, 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 shit.
Hey, come on, Scotty.
You don't want to know what Scotty's thinking.
No.
Spicy chicken.
So back to third.
Spicy chicken.
Spicy chicken, yep. Into fourth. Fifth.
Back to third. Roll. Back in the second. Try not to panic too much to slide out. In the second all the way through. In the third. Fourth. Back to second. Rolls through. And power into it.
Get him, Scotty. Get him.
Close as possible to Marsh's backside there. Hard on the brake. Down the second.
Nice line through there, Scotty.
Third.
Yeah, very well done, Scotty.
Well done, Scotty. I messaged everyone. It's going to be random next season. Mark Dial set it off last week. So this will be a feature. It'll be a lap width, and it'll be a random pick. So just be on your toes, boys.
Shotgun not doing round 10.
Michael Stewart will talk you through round 10. He'd be happy to do that.
Damien should go right, he never shuts up.
That's a good track. Can't wait for that.
He'd be half a lap in front of himself.
Let's just jump back up the front. Faz still leading from Gary Buckland, Dave Garbutt. These boys having a ding-dong battle with Blanchy sitting back watching and probably saving some tyres. And
I was enjoying the view. I was just sitting back there going, burn them up, boys, burn them up.
It took 52 minutes in the practice session set up, but someone finally recorded a lap time at Nordschleife.
Hey!
It wasn't Pecky, was it?
Vargs in 8 minutes 52.
Ooh.
Oh, go Vargs.
Oh, mate, there's heaps of time to shave off that.
Yeah.
On the 48.5 bike, then fuck you, sketchy.
Yeah.
Ooh, big lock up, Dave.
Guys, big lock up.
Yeah, a little deep on the brakes there, trying to, and had to let Gary back through. It's like, damn.
What setup you using, Bugs?
Using the Bathurst set.
Wasn't tight enough on that one. I hate it when you watch yourself. You look at all your mistakes.
Yep. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I think the ratio could possibly go up one.
Oh, so Jamie will put the ratio that you got.
Last turn there, and everyone else. I noticed that all night, actually.
That you were getting a great run out of that corner.
Oh, it's set up with the one I was saying before, where I run a bit further right than everyone else. If you go, it just gives you more run out of there. It's then in turn gives you more run out of the next two, I think.
I was doing my best to get 0 incidents.
Yes, just going to get on the track. 70 laps was challenging.
Yeah,
to say the least.
I did it on the first lap and got it over and out of the way.
Yeah, you're a lot smarter than me, aren't you?
Well, after I got the drive-through for doing 20, I thought, well, bug it, the next one's 40, I'm just going to run them all off. And then I actually run less. I got less in the second stint and third stint than the first.
I can't believe Warren Davis. I never realised until I looked at the end of the race. He had 19 incident points for the last 15 laps.
Just racking them up.
That's pretty low from what I heard in Split 2.
Mm.
So how few incidents did
Really? I only had 4.
So you can see how much wider.
Yeah.
That gives you more run through there, and out of all that.
I got 18.
Well, we were both chasing pretty hard, Tim. Like in 15 laps, he must have known he was on 19.
The only part of the track I was fast on.
Just big shout out to Jeff Eddy. You drove really well, Jeff. You've improved a lot this season, mate.
My word. I actually looked at your replay, Jeff, if you listen, and yeah, consistency was there. It was just you just go round and round. It's unreal.
Yeah, love to do a. I reckon Jeff and a few others would be awesome to get them in with some of the top split guys that know how to talk around the track and get them, help them get that extra second or two.
Oh my God, session crew now, boys. Here we go. Time to leave.
Nothing to do.
The man, the myth, the legend, the people's champion, Jamie McKnight. Welcome.
How are you, boys?
Legend in his own teacup.
So Jamie can help. Jamie can help Jeff get a couple of extra seconds, and then we can take on a 24-hour. Right, we got Jeff in the right time zone. We'll get some of the WA guys in on the right time zone, and we'll all be happy.
And no, you need a couple of Canadians as well, mate, so they can drive while you're asleep.
No, well, we got Jeff in the US, so we can take care of the night shift by himself. Yeah, no drama.
Jeff's East Coast.
I'll get Tony Clesterman for you.
Got Sean.
I did Le Mans last year, and we had 7 drivers, and ranging from the East Coast to WA, and we had 1 in Thailand.
Wow.
Well, we did it with 4. We did it with 4, and I did 2 a.m. to 7 a.m., and I was absolutely spent.
What?
Yeah, graveyard shift.
I've done that shift before, yeah.
Yeah, and there's only 4 of us, so we had to rotate every 4 or 5 hours.
I've done that shift when Dave Miller was supposed to come in and take over, and he didn't set his alarm and all.
Well, yeah.
You were just lucky. You were just lucky, Jamie. You had Harry.
What actually?
I'm just not doing that afternoon siesta time. You know, that 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Any other time of the day, I'm fine. Right?
What screwed me was that when I started on mine, I started at like 6 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock, set the room dark because it was just dawn here, but I had in race, I had the 1 o'clock through to about half an hour after dawn. So I'm racing through that dark part of the race, and and through the dawn, and then when I finished, I've walked outside and it's midday, and it just threw my body clock right out.
Hang on a second, you've gone from early morning to midday. I mean, what, were you in the car 12 hours?
No, but
in time.
In sim time, I was from 1 o'clock in the morning till just after the dawn, but in real time, I started at 7 in the morning.
Oh,
and finished about 11 or 12, and I walked out of this dark room, and it just threw me.
Because you get a bit of sunlight coming in through the blinds too. You know it's light outside. I'd rather do the 1 or 2 a.m. because it's about 8 o'clock at night in the sim.
Yep.
So you get the cold, grippy track, and I let all them sleep, and I take on all the Mexicans, mate.
And you can do. I think I was the only one in our group that tried to do a triple cint on tyres, which you could do easily at night time, and the others, and the others weren't game to do it. So we lost a bit of time.
In the night shift at LMP1, I think I might have done 4 or 5. No, 4 stints it was on the cold track. and we were doing threes easy in the hotter day sun.
Yeah.
Because those tyres, they're not like the supercar tyres, mate. They can do heaps of laps, those ones.
No, we were racing in the GTEs.
Plenty's just stalking us here.
Are you all driving this weekend in the 24?
This stage of the race, seeing
We've got our team in there, Jamie.
I know, mate. You guys are
Yeah,
my favourite car.
WK&P got a team in.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give you a hurry up, Faz. Come on, you're slowing us down.
At the moment.
You guys could have overtaken me at any stage. You're just sitting fuel saving tyres. Take me, boys.
Go Farrington. Go fast.
This corner, you just pulled away from me around here. And you can see Chris catching up to me. I suck at that corner.
You've got to use fourth gear.
Yeah, no, I'm short shifting to fourth
I was
around
just
there.
back there enjoying the time, watching the tyres get burnt up, and I'm thinking, I'm just enjoying this.
I'm still looking in you're like, are you having fun back there, mate? Please overtake me, will ya? You could have at any time. The background up.
Yeah, and because I'd fall away on that second last corner, it then took me until here to catch you back up, and then it's a case of being able to get up next to you, to get past you, and it's like if I'm not next to you, I'm not going.
Even up under the wing of the garage. That's it.
Look at the phase on the brakes now. Look at the brakes. Oh, what a man. That's the way, son.
Controversy. Did you read the general chat? Like wrestling, last half hour, whatever it was.
Who was that, mate?
Yeah, you know, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we're having a debate about brake bias.
So what old mate right there is what I was trying to say. He's just worded it better because I'm a caveman or something.
All right, fill in everybody else
I'll
about
tell you what that
the
is,
brake
okay?
bias garbage is.
It's his teammate is the guy who does the pure sets, and all the pure sets are set at like 52 bias.
Right.
And that's I love Andrew. He used to drive for me, but I think it's because he's a little bit lazy and he just does the same set and just changes a couple of things.
Right.
Because at Mosport, all the top guns in my team, they all run the bias back there at Mosport. That's where I got it from. I didn't invent it.
Yeah. I was talking about the hydraulic pressure, not the bias.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Luke Holland had it spot on, mate.
Yeah, Sebastian. Yeah. So that's what Sebastian was saying is what I've been trying to say, but yeah, he worded it better.
Yeah, but what you want is you want the master cylinders to match phase. And that brings your bias forward to like 55. And then you've got to wind it back, but it naturally wants to be in the 55 mark.
Yeah, but when you're like that, so when you're like that, 50 is the middle. And you can
but if you got 25, 23 or 25, 22 master cylinders.
And if one's at 19 and one's at 25, where's the middle, the exact middle of that?
That'll be further back.
It's the exact middle.
Oh, I don't run it that far. I go maybe sometimes 25, 20.
Oh, no, that's why you can have a meeting, you know where the middle is.
I don't care. I
All I
don't
do is
care.
I drive it if it feels good, Matt, and then I run it through Motec that looks good. That's good.
It's all right, yeah. Bloody, obviously,
The only thing I care about is can I turn it in and can I pull it up? And if Jamie, you get it. Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
As long as the car's sorted out like that, I'm fine. And the only time I muck around with the bias is fuel load. So full fuel load, it goes back. Less fuel load, it goes forward, and you just keep adjusting it. Same brake marker, same brake pressure, and you just adjust it accordingly. That's it.
With the new fuel that it's David, with Ben setting the second tank at like nearly full, that's created a challenge for me because when it was a maximum 60 or 70, I knew exactly where the master cylinders wanted to be.
Yep.
But I've got to test it now first as well to make sure it's not like crazy with too much weight.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've been going to go one way and I've tested it with a full tank and I've gone, no, we can't do that. And it means I've got to sort of set it so it's good for two settings, not just one.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, all of them they haven't been. Like, I don't think any of them have been brilliant. Don't get me wrong, because I know what a brilliant set is. I mean, I get them off my teammates, but I think they've been pretty good overall, stable, and you can drive them. And It's the same for all of us, so as long as they're drivable, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was making 900 litres in all week, and I actually found it was driving better. I was thinking, God, it's a good setup. You put 90 litres in it, and I'm actually probably a little tad quicker.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
this is because
sometimes
you've
I
got
do.
that little bit of extra tractive effort in the arse.
Yeah, where you got
right?
a throttle, like slow corners with throttle like this corner here, that's where a full load can help you a lot. It's heavily on the brake.
I think the
Full load on
setup.
the car for me was fucking terrible, Jamie.
Yeah, I know, mate, but I've given up on trying to please you, mate. I've been trying for 4 years.
I think the brake bias there for most sport is too far forward. Myself, I keep pushing it back.
Yeah, I run at about 42 myself.
Yeah.
And look, it depends on the pedals and your braking
It depends
style
on a
as
lot
well.
of things, mate. It depends on the way you load the brake. If you load it hard at the start or you modulate it. It depends whether you trail brake, and it depends how hard you trail brake, and it depends if you're an early breaker and you get on the throttle earlier, or if you're a late breaker. I mean, all those things are going to matter.
Left footer or a right footer?
Yep.
Honestly, guys, if I
It
set
all
it the way
makes a
I like
difference.
it, if I set it the way I like it myself, you wouldn't like it. Like, because the first thing I do when I race one of my sets is I muck around and I go way back on the bias and I change the bars and I change the suspension so it's a little bit loose at the rear and softer. But I try and do it for everyone so it's nice and stable. That's what Mark told me I had to do.
I got to say, it's got to be one of the hardest jobs finding a good, quick set that
and that's why it's great when you run
people who
competitions on
have zero experience and people who have got years of experience actually enjoy racing in. And I got to give a lot of kudos to everybody who has input into the
the
setup.
more testers I get on the Saturday, David, the better.
Yeah.
Because when I get Scotty Burns testing for me, and I get Greg Favell and Stuart Hall, and then yourself, and a couple of the guys like Simon, that's how I get a good gauge, because straight away I know if the slower guys are struggling with it. I watch you to see how you get on the throttle. If I see you getting loose, you don't have to say anything. I know it's too loose, and I'll tighten it up. But then, sometimes it'll be too tight. The fast guys will be into me, sending me private messages going, mate, it doesn't turn. So I'll try and loosen it a little bit to get the balance. And I need all of you to do that, otherwise I don't know. You know what I mean?
Don't pay too much attention to me getting loose in practice. I tend to
No,
drive
but I get
inside.
some of the best feedback off Simon and Scotty, mate. Like they actually drive the car and think about what it's doing, and that's what I need.
Yeah.
Mark Goldberg has good advice too. It starts with it's fucked.
Yeah.
And it finishes with
I use practice as drift.
Start with it's fucked and finish with it's fucked.
That's what I said. That's what you do.
Oh no, Will.
Will, is it? Oh, no.
I'll tell you what, Will saved that one good.
Yeah. Look, everybody in Split 3 has been doing a fantastic job of, we all making mistakes, but everybody's doing a great job of being able to catch them and get back on it.
Yep, we're catching really well now. Yep.
And you've seen the way I caught that one before.
It's true, I thought that.
You've seen the way I caught that one before and kept it off the.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a DD wheel.
No.
So the proof is you don't need a DD wheel to be able to save the catch like that.
Hey, Mark, are you champion this season?
No.
Mark, well, did you win the championship?
No.
Where'd you come?
Well, we haven't got there yet.
We haven't got there yet, Jamie.
Still going.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, folks. This is live.
That's right, live.
Let's change the subject, boys, if I can. I'll just get a quick plug in for the sponsor. There is a rumour, Haggis Pinball, this is.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What happened then? There's a rumour. Does everybody know the 8-ball deluxe pinball machine? We've all played it. Every bloke's played 8-ball deluxe.
Mate, never heard of it.
You're
What are you
joking.
talking about?
Pinball machines.
Oh, yeah. Played
That was
pinball
before
machine.
my time.
Yeah.
I grew up with three sisters, so when I played with Barbies, I know about Barbies before I know about pinball machines.
Is that right? Now it's making sense.
Well, that's why that's why I've got such a delicate touch with the camera.
You're playing with Barbies.
Well, I was playing with Rocket Ken. Yeah.
It's going to be a remake. They're going to be making it. Going over very soon. Get your wallet out, Jamie. It's money you'll ever bloody spend, mate.
I'll get one, mate. Don't worry. I'll get myself an 8-ball.
It's going to be, mate, they're going to be hot takes. They're going to fly off the shelves. It's going to be awesome. That's going to be a good machine.
Oh, well, mate, I'll get myself.
Get 2 of them. One for work.
I was going to say, put one in the showroom for the customers to play.
That's a good idea.
You'd make money off them.
Bit of retro. I wouldn't want to make money. I just want to keep my customers happy, so they give me a good survey.
Not just that, you want to keep them in the showroom, mate.
Oh, you want to make it interesting when they come there, mate.
I was going to say, Jamie. I was going to say, Jamie, put the pinball machine in with a bit of Fleetwood Mac, and that'll just sell that brand right out the door.
Don't worry, mate. When I work on Sundays, Fleetwood Mac's part of the music, mate. I can assure you.
There we go. There we go. Someone in the chat's just said Terminator 2 was the best pinball machine.
No, I have seen that one with Arnold.
Now, Chris, I let you go through here because I could not find a gap past Simon.
I wondered why you did.
Yeah.
I was sort of thinking, has he burnt out his tyres? Or
No, I just could not find a gap, and I was hoping you'd punch a hole.
I knew what.
Jesus, that sounded terrible. Talking about driving.
Yeah, we're talking about driving, Jamie.
Yeah, I know. It just sounded really strange. Hey, punch a hole and yeah.
Yep. Punch a hole and follow through. Yep.
All right, boys.
That's
I'm going to jump ship, fellas. I just want to thank everyone for coming and doing season 11 and making it a great season. And well done to everyone who wins their respective championships.
If you do finish top 3,
look forward to seeing you again next season.
Yeah, mate. And if you do finish top 3 in the championship, which I suspect you do, I need you to give a big shout out to the setup man for the fucking great sets he gave you to maintain that position.
Now that isn't going to happen because I had three races where I didn't race. And one Barber one that was bloody horrible. So
Yeah,
I can tell you now I don't finish in the top 3.
Oh, don't you? Hmm.
Oh, well, you take three zeros out and a bad one at Barber.
Yeah, but you can drop that.
It's on the presumption that you actually would have done well in the other ones. You said that this week you were coming and you're going to do this and that, and did you end up?
Look how many times I got hit. Look how many times I got hit on lap 19.
Yeah, but that's because you're a sport, mate. Everyone wants to hit on you.
Yeah, but as I said, that was the only time I've hit cars this season in this race. So
Well, that's pretty good
I'm
for
just
you,
saying
mate.
that.
It's the only time we've raced this track this season, of course.
This season is what I meant. Yes, Scotty.
I'll tell you the phase, you can still win.
Went into the pits.
I wasn't far behind you.
But someone competed 12 weeks, whereas I didn't compete 12 weeks.
No, neither did I, Mark. I got banned.
Well, that's your fault.
You went to Vegas, mate. What happened
you went
in
to
Vegas
Vegas.
stays in Vegas.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
Including your results.
I love you and leave you. I'll catch
See,
you
buddy.
next season.
Thanks, Mark.
Mate, I've got some special surprises for you, Mark. Next season, don't worry, mate.
You better have good surprises next season, mate, and that should be in the form of setups.
Yeah, well, maybe if you turned up on a Saturday and practice with us, you should get some input, mate.
I don't practice on a setup that's not ready. Why practice on a setup that's not ready? You're going to learn. You're not going to learn. You're not going to be able to race a setup that's not ready. Yeah, you can laugh as much as you like, Jamie. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. I don't race on it. I don't practice on a setup that's not ready for me to be used.
Well, I won't bring that up.
I never have through the time you've set them up.
No, I know that. Well, okay, I'll take that on board, mate.
Right.
The boss is spoken, and that's it. All right, then. See you, Mark.
Hey, boys.
See ya.
See ya.
Mark.
See you, Mark.
Thanks
Yeah,
very
Mark.
much.
See you, Mark.
See you next week. 2 weeks.
Someone, what's that noise? Is someone having a pipe?
Someone's having a piss or a bong. That's Scotty having a bong, I reckon.
Sounded like someone was having a pipe.
Don't forget to push the mute button, boys.
So, Dave,
no pop.
We've missed it in that conversation. How'd you feel after you let me pass and then he pulled into the pits a lap and a half later?
I'm like,
Now, who's in the lead? I can't read it.
Christopher Blanchard.
Mr. Blanchard is in the lead.
What happened to me, mate Simon?
Went in for a pit stop.
Pitted.
He pitted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I something too. I took a little bit too much fuel that probably in the end cost me.
Oh, well, it would have, mate. You're right.
Because Matty came in like just ahead of me. If I hadn't taken that extra fuel, probably would have been ahead of him.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the top three go and split too. That's going to be interesting, I reckon.
Yep.
That'll give you a measure of improvement, and I reckon it'll be a lot bigger than you think.
No, it's more like how do you think Split 2 is going to handle us?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I think this might be up front. Yeah, I think this might be up front.
I wouldn't be surprised, Blanchy, if you're up in the top half, mate, because you are racing very well, showing some good skill.
Yeah.
I think you'll be this champion, John.
Well, how far?
You're
welcome
behind
you.
The scary part's going to be is how many HSR drivers are going to be in Split 2. So, and I know HSR can be a little aggressive when they want to be. So.
You can be top 10, Blanchy.
Who? Me?
How dare you?
Oh, that's a big call. You put the mic on me now.
Split 2. Yeah, no.
Someone even said to me the other day, Blanchy, they wouldn't be surprised if you qualified in Split 1 with the pace you've been running around with.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Hey,
What times are you doing in this race? What times are you doing?
Let's get his best time up. Give me 1 second. Please hold caller.
Wasn't the quickest lap of the race.
There you go. So Garbutt's done the best lap as a 1:33.5.
I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the best he has was like a 32 flat.
Yeah, I did during practice. I did break into the 32s. I did do a 32
Yeah.
I saw
time
that.
during the week.
I saw that, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite a good visit, actually.
Yeah. I got
think
down
it's
into
up with no
the
marking like it.
yeah. I got down into the high 32s. I got my optimal down to 132.0.0 something.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah, but I've never been able to hit an optimal in my
No, mate, you know,
at all.
Start with the
So-
when you do.
Yeah.
Because you
For
can't
some-
get the optimal down then.
Yeah. Look, for some people this works. For some it doesn't. I put Hoffy onto it, believe it or not. I put up my all-time optimal on the screen. I don't
Yeah,
put
that's
up
what I
my
do
best
too.
lap. Yep,
That's
I
what I
put
do,
up
mate.
my all-time optimal and I chase that. And,
Yeah,
That's exactly what I do.
I reckon it works.
And I actually put it up on. I don't put it up on per lap. I put it up on per sector, right? So that way, yeah, okay. If I had a bad run of corners, it starts again at 0 after I exit those. So I know whether I'm on the money for the next set of corners because I've
Yeah,
already
but-
lost that time.
The problem with that,
Um,
David, is if you bugger up a sector, it might give you a better drive into the next one, which gives you a false sense of timing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like different
absolutely. But yeah, I agree. But what I'm trying to do is get around each lap the best I can without. Whereas you go, okay, shit, I stuffed the first 2 or 3 sectors in a five sector track.
That's why you see me escape.
There's
If
no
I know
point.
the first sector lane, I'm done.
Oh yeah. Now if you're hot lapping, absolutely. But in the race, I'm just trying to keep a consistent lap time. So if
That's
I'm
why
dropping, so if I'm dropping 2 tenths on my optimal on a sector, and I'm doing that reliably, okay, fine, no dramas. But there's no by the time you get to the last couple of sectors, you're going, oh, I've dropped a second and a half off my optimal, and you overcook it, you overdrive the car, and you just kill it.
They start pushing, Dave. Yeah, I'd actually turn mine off. I don't like it because
in the race,
I don't
start
during a race
pushing
either.
because you think, oh, shit, I'm a little bit behind. Push a bit harder, and you don't start racing. You know, I do.
Yeah, it depends on your mental state, how you handle pressure. But for me, I use session last lap in the race, and I use all-time opti for the qualifying and practice laps.
Yeah.
Session last lap says, because as your tyres go off, that's a good way to see if you're maintaining a regular pace.
Yeah.
Because your last lap, is in the same conditions.
Yeah. So, during practice, I come out of the pits and I waited for Jamie to come along. And when I got in behind him, I had all the grip in the world. So that part of the track was where I had to gun it for me quali lap, and I knew I had it in me to, do a mid 36. But
32. You did a 32 too, you Dave? Not a 36.
No, I did a 32.6 for quali.
Oh no, I'm saying behind me you did a 32 too.
Yeah, 32.2 behind you. Yeah, so when I waited for you and then I got up it, I knew that was the point of the track where I had the best grip for me quali lap. The second lap.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yep.
Yeah, the second lap didn't matter because, you're pushing it so hard for your quali lap. You're never going to get it on your second lap. Yeah, so
No, especially with these tyres on this build, they're only good for one lap.
Yeah.
Like, you go really fast. I mean, you can do it within a couple of tenths of a second lap, but you're never going to go faster if you do the first one right.
Yeah.
But what I found strange was certain part of the track there, you were actually holding me up.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what happens when you're in your slipstream.
Oh, Bucky.
Tucked up
Oh,
under me.
no.
Well, it's,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, like that train behind me last night. Everyone was just sitting in my slipstream.
Listen, Vargo, mate, what happened here? Where were you?
I did my pit strategy and my last pit stop.
Oh, I looped it on my last pit stop out the pits.
Well, I got a 40-second stop and hold, so that trumps
Well,
your
it
loop.
took me 20 seconds to turn it around because it's so skinny there. I've got to do some Scops quality laps, boys, but I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Yeah,
All right, cheers, Jamie.
I'm going to tomorrow night and see whatever happens.
Look forward to next season.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was getting close.
How do I turn this fucking thing off? There we go.
Switch.
Nah, not working.
Down the bottom, there's a little disconnect button.
Hey, John.
Yes, Ben.
Will Wilson has asked a question in the
Chat, he has.
Aimed for Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty, can you answer that one, mate? What is a bong?
What is bong?
It's a
Scotty
small,
question, I think.
You do to your loved ones.
it's a small songbird native to South America.
There we go. Thank you, Faz.
Scotty, that's the noise. That's the noise. That's the noise the steering wheel makes when you hit your head on it, Scotty.
Kind of like a gong, isn't it?
Bongo drum.
Yeah, it's like a gong, but bigger.
Great work, Will. Love it, Will.
I thought that was like a Boeing. Here we go. Now we've got to work. I've got Maddie in front of me.
Yep.
You do your work.
Mate, I wish I'd followed you into the pits. You know, went into break into turn one, and she just slid off the track the next lap.
Did it?
Yep.
I wondered sort of, because I thought, he's going to undercut me here a little, or overcut me.
Yep. And no, hit the anchors at the braking marker, and it just kept sliding. It's like, okay, it's done. They're cooked.
5 seconds on that lap.
Who marks that, Ben?
Will Wilson.
Will Wilson.
The legend.
So what was going through my head here, I thought, well, how do I pressure Maddie, but I don't burn up my tyres?
Oh,
He was flying along.
I have to say, I like that car without the spec map on it.
Which one's that? Peggy's?
No.
WK&P.
WK&P.
I think that's gotten said the last couple of...
Yeah.
I like to stir Johnny up. I say it every time I see it. I know it gets under his skin.
Every time I come into every time I come into a corner here and I see smoke coming out of his tyres, I'm just quietly cheering away.
Yep.
Easy.
Oh, Hazy's tyres, John.
Actually, a couple of occasions I've actually gone to press me mic back and tell the bloke, like, just being a good bloke, like the Arab back, I'll just moving forward, and nice mate, you're locking up. Oh, it's a race. Shut up.
No, you tell them they're locking the fronts, move it to the rear.
No, you tell someone they're missing their rear wing.
But that just makes me go faster.
Yeah, that's not a worry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, in the V8s is the only class in iRacing where you are. Someone, mate, am I missing me rear wing? Yeah, it's gone cheering.
Oh, I'll never forget racing in a series. I'll never forget racing in a series where I won't name the series, but Ben knows who it is. The somebody in the series called out for me to get a black flag because I was missing my rear wing.
Oh, that's a bit rude.
Just give it up there, Matty.
Did he give you one?
Nah.
So I might try it next season.
No, I didn't get one for it.
Hey,
I was trying to figure who that was, John.
Was that Davey Bulldog?
No, it wasn't Dave. Wasn't Dave.
Was it?
It was in a series I did a very, very long time ago. One of the first series I raced in.
He says you never pull out.
Right. Come on, Matty, you're holding us up now, I think. I wonder if that started to put some more pressure on him, where he's now got two of us sitting behind him.
Yeah, I reckon that's what it'll be the story.
I think it did. It was. Yeah, I was working. If you notice, I'd put the car out occasionally, get in the mirror, and yeah, just play the mind games a little bit.
Yeah.
You notice here, I turn in a lot earlier than most guys do here into turn one. I take a different line, and it just always puts me into everyone's mirrors.
Yeah.
It's a good thing about this track. This is quite a few of the corners. There's two different ways of taking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Made it fun. Like it's It was. Really matter if you're off the other side here and there. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't have put it down as such, but it really was probably the best racing on this track.
Great track.
Yeah, especially with the number of switchbacks on the turns. You know, you're on the inside, then you're on the outside. You're on the inside. You're on the outside. It was quite challenging.
Here we go. Bit of work, inside, outside.
I'm like, come on, somebody pick a spot.
Inside. You're on the outside.
Yep.
So Matty had 19 points.
Let's go again.
Yeah, Matty's got 19x on him at the moment. So.
Oh, poor bugger.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why?
If they told him that, they might have given him a bump.
Yeah.
See you next lap.
It's a good thing you can't see that on your opposition.
Yeah, actually.
Well, you can if you have JRT.
SDK.
Oh, can you?
Or SDK, yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't tell people that.
Yeah, you look down, you got a 2, and you go, oh, there could be a bump in this.
We are 4, 6, 8.
God.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm going for zeros.
Sorry.
I was going for zeros too, but at the end of lap 1, I buggered myself.
Oh, I got 0, but I fucked the rest of the race.
So I had that one little off track there on turn 4 with Mark Dial, Jason Dunn.
There you go. Yeah, Matty got 12 from Mark Dial.
Oh, bugger.
Jeez.
And Faz, I followed you around turn 3 and didn't get back off the curbing in time and got one extra as I touched the grass at the end of the curbing there, and that was it. for me for the whole race, which I think was one of my best results in that space all season. So,
I might after 70 laps would have that. That's excellent. You know?
Yeah. So, and I think there's a lot of us. There was a lot of hard racing in this, but I think there was a lot of massive improvement in that space. You know, because we were we pulled all the stops out on the last session of the season and decided to throw everything at each other. It's like, what have we got? Can we do 3 wide? No.
So, yeah, for the split 3 drivers, Blanchie's only been driving the VA Supercar for 8 months.
When's the baby due? Another month?
Yeah, you've got one more season, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be late to him.
Yeah, you've got to deal with Matty.
Yeah, but he's got to deal with you, so he's got to try and get back past you and keep me at bay at the same time. So, I think that's a much harder. I think that's a much harder task being stuck in the middle.
You're not driving like someone that only has main points against his name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna stick it in there. I'm gonna stick it. No.
It's not like a McMillan boy to take a back step.
No. And he shouldn't.
Well,
right?
Well, technically, he possibly should, unless he wants a drive-through.
Nah.
No, because he's. I think
he's trusting the blokes around him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think all season the
Scary situation sometimes.
Well, you could in that spit a lot of the time, basically.
Apart from race 1 where we touched at the chase.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That was nice being able to do a Bradbury there. That was really nice. Thank you for that one.
Yeah, okay. Just send me the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, I think I find doing good laps in a race a lot easier. You've got other people to pace yourself on. Qualify when you by yourself and you've only got the telemetry data spitting out at you. I think it's a lot harder to actually put in a good lap.
Telemetry data's not bad for the quality. See, I don't run the data during the race in iRacing. So I'm running blind. So like last week at Road America, it was hard. I'm going, what pace? You're trying to watch the leaderboard and the relatives, and you're going, okay, do I carry this pace? Do I? Yeah.
Well, I know what you mean. And once you start getting a bit of free air in front of you, it is nice to have the delta on in a position where you're not looking at it, but you can see whether you've got a good exit on the corner or you've stuffed it up, right? That's it. So just knowing whether it's in the middle, that light red versus bright red of yes, we're going really backwards here, or whether you're in the green. It's also a good reminder about 3/4 of the way through the race to hey, you've missed your braking marker, bloody stop. Because you come into some of these corners where you need to brake, and it's like, hey, your delta's bright green. It's like, oh shit, I've missed it.
Bang. Anyway, boys. Thanks for a good night.
Alright, Faz.
No worries, Faz.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Faz. And thanks for a great race and a great season, mate.
To everybody, as you know,
have a good one.
Enjoyed it. and I'll see you all back out there.
No worries, Faz.
Get your pre-qual in, Brady.
Keep already good Monday night, mate. Thanks.
Beautiful.
Bye-bye.
I've gone.
Session's finish in 5 minutes, so I can get some lap times up.
Finishes in 5.
You got 5 minutes. I'm open to bribes. Swing them this way.
Yep, $1,000 a second off your time.
What's that? A bottle of scotch wrapped in $50 notes.
That'll do. That'll do.
Yeah, I'll take the 50s and I'll give Vargs a scotch.
Yeah, that'll do.
Ooh, Matty goes wide.
Yeah, he's starting to struggle around that turn.
Yeah, I think he burned up his tyres by then.
Yeah. I think it was also one of those corners where you could go into it in third gear with good tyres. But if you shifted down to second and then back up to third at the apex to get a good exit, getting it down into second just helped turn the car in.
See, I stayed in third through that all the time.
Yeah.
If I went to second, it was a stuff up.
Yeah,
It
so
was for me.
okay. Well, whereas I was the opposite. I was fourth, third, big trail breakdown into second, pull third on the apex. Delta goes green. I've gained most of this race. I was putting a tenth of a second on my delta coming out of that corner.
Okay.
And that was just getting it turned in nice and tight and using second gear to do it, and not over pushing, over driving the car through the corner, but just making sure I got it turned in right. And second gear helped me with that. If it works, it works. I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, a little chat after the race.
Yeah, mate.
Matty McMillan with a drive-through.
Oh, no.
I found this track was really beneficial to get in the corners slow and come out fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was. It was really more prevalent at this track.
Did he have a drive-through and still come in third?
Yeah.
Oh, fourth now.
Yeah, cheers, Matty. We'll catch you later, buddy. He just wants to say great season. Congratulations to those that finished in front of him.
Matty. Thank you, Matty. It's been great racing. It really has. Looking forward to the next lot.
Yes. And we've got a street race, first race up in the season.
Into Belle Isle. That's going to be fun.
I love Belle Isle.
With all the newbies.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah, I was.
And Baldock.
Can I start in the pits, please?
Actually, was it Bella? No. Which is the one? There was one of the races last year. I actually did start in the pits on purpose. I still didn't. Yeah, that's the one that's like the figure eight, isn't it? The offset figure eight. Yeah.
I love that track.
Yeah, so did I. I still did my qualifying lap, but I decided to start out of the pits because I just knew what the carnage was going to be. So, and I still ended up in the top 10. I think it was like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I did that in a dev race once, where you're starting up the hill at Road America, like it was right up the back of the hill start, and I thought, no, but let's just start in the pits, because my pit box was already in front of where the car was. And then I think half of the guys in the back took themselves out before turn one, so I didn't even see them, and then the rest of the guys up the front had a big ding-dong around the other side of turn one, so by the time I came through, I'd already picked up 20 spots.
Good old Dev Series.
Yeah. What, you want your ding dong?
Yeah, go there.
Welcome to iRacing, getting out of the rookie series.
Yeah.
I think I've only started in the pits deliberately once, and that was because my internet was a bit flaky and I didn't really want to be. I think I qualified halfway up the field. And I really didn't want to be blinking in and out. Well, I didn't want to be the cause of an accident because I was there 1 second and not there the next. I've had that happen to me, and it's like, that's not good. So
fuck it, if people flash, it's me. You ain't there.
Yeah, I'm not at that point yet.
Not in the vets, obviously, but in official races. Well,
official races are fun. Actually, I did not do one official race this season.
That's why I haven't done one since 2019.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're that much fun.
Yeah. I've just concentrated on this and have not even taken the time to step down and do a official, which I sort of missed because some of them last season we did were the funniest races going.
Yeah, my I rating misses it.
Yeah. Bill Isle, Pecky was having this. He was having this battle with this guy, and it was full on. And this guy turns around and says, "Oh, mate, this is my first time in a V8." And
Oh,
we've just
wow.
lopped it. And then Hoffy out of the blue goes, "Oh yeah," he said, "but you ought to try it on a controller." And this guy's going, "What? You using a controller?" Oh, we'd never laughed so hard in all my life. Don't let the PPR boys out in official races.
And Eddie, you keep pushing on Gary now. You make sure he gets you that wheel and pedals and rig, if you're still watching.
Oh, this is great side-by-side racing.
Some interesting I ratings there. So Andrew Galley with a 1.6, which is interesting.
Oh, we brought up the I ratings.
What's that? Yeah.
Don't look at mine.
Yeah, I've got to get mine back up now.
Don't worry, mine's 500, so.
500?
Yeah.
I think mine's less. I got like 400 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, 400, 400 for Hazy, 800 for Pete Keller.
Mine's about
a
8
year
years.
ago or something.
Yeah.
I think mine's about 8 years old, mate.
And still, it's a 1.8. I'll take it. It's one of the better ones.
Fuck, give me a 10, I'll get you some easy I rating.
I think I won my first race in the GT3s, and then it sort of went backwards there. So I thought, nah, let's stop it before I lose me A license rating. So I just sort of stopped all officials for a little bit.
So that'd be the points you'd get if it wasn't official. So Hazy'd be cashing in.
Yeah, no. Look, I like.
Maybe we
I
should
like
be doing
the
a
fact-
few officials then.
Yeah.
Actually, it is actually a bit of a shame that the league races don't carry over to your ratings as well. That they haven't worked out how to do that.
That'd be good.
Oh, yeah, but I don't want my safety rating carrying over. You know, I want to be able to ding doors and you know have a bit of a decent battle and a bit of a screaming match over comms and you know
Official
be
races are
mates
like
the next day.
Official races are like sprint races compared to these.
Yeah.
They're over before you know it.
Yeah.
45-minute race is done.
Yeah.
But
I think
you
I
don't
went
have
and
to
did.
worry about your safety. I mean, your safety's really easy to keep up there high.
Although we are thinking about doing the 6 hour at the end of this month at Watkins. Aren't we, Hoffy?
I think
still
so.
awake?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, still here. Just
So
listening to you.
if you're doing the 6 hour, Hoffy would have to be working for Exxon because you'd be giving that much fuel back. It wouldn't be funny.
No, we'll put it in. We'll put it in Blanche's jerry can.
It'd be like the old pumping donkey going up and down. We'd be Hoffy in a 6 hour.
Actually, I don't think he even knows what class, because I don't think Hoffy's driven a GTE yet.
I haven't. So yeah, good luck with that shit.
GTE doesn't have ABS brakes, so that's just a carryover from the supercar. So that's all right.
Yeah, no, that'll be fine.
Yeah. So you get them passed by the LMPs, but at least you're not the slowest car on the track like the GT3s.
Maybe you should drive an LMP car. That could be fun.
Nah, they're wankers.
Oh, you'll be straight in then, won't you?
Oh.
Shot fired.
I was having a good battle with Dial at this point.
Where are we? Hayes and Dial. Yep.
Mark's been through the walls and still going. Guys, I drove 50 laps, 2 laps down.
No, you've done
Well
all right,
done.
Ed. Considering you blew an engine, mate, you've done well to finish. So,
Yeah, I just went, oh, shall I just pull over
Like,
now? Or should I...
No.
Jeff,
Yeah, I still need to practice.
Fuck, I was tempted to pull over after bloody getting a stop and hold.
like Jeff,
Never ever give up.
Jeff Eddie went to work. That's why he stopped, and then
Yeah, I was wondering
yeah.
why he had to drop out.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor bugger.
I thought Mark was good under acceleration. I thought I was catching him under brakes, if anything. He was saying that his throttle was gone, but I reckon I was catching him under brakes.
That's probably his excuse if he doesn't qualify well.
Yeah.
He's already given them ready.
Just be aware, some of us in split 3 are just crap at qualifying.
They're on a notepad beside his sim.
We're not deliberately sandbagging.
Yeah, Mark dialed excuses for qualifying.
Pedals,
Wheel.
They all come down to pedals, really.
Yeah,
The screen went blank.
Everything but operator.
Man, I was
User
thinking about
error.
The setup sucks.
that tonight, where some guys just don't qualify well, but they race well. How does that go to the splits?
Yeah, that's me.
Yep.
That's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
got
qualified
5 days.
14 and finished 5.
You got 5 to 7 days to qualify. If you can't get one decent one out of all those, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Yeah, well, Hazy, you went from 21 to what the other day then?
Last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, last to 5th because I didn't get a lap in, but I never qualify well.
But I suppose, I mean, if you can finish the top 3 of your championship, there's a leg up, eh, Dave? Just so you're safe.
Yeah, so yeah, try and do that. Finish in the top 5 every time. And yeah.
Just dot your I's, cross your T's every week.
I have a bad problem with it's called not rage quitting, but
Oh.
rage quitting.
The Mr. Dial is still listening in. He's just said, "Rubbish, Ben Anthony. I qualified 3rd."
No, I'm talking about for this season coming up.
There's a lot of new blood in this in
The next season, yeah.
in season 12, so it's gonna really toss the salad, I think.
So the
Change
comment on the
in
screen.
order a little.
What a way of describing it.
Hopefully the ones that drop down aren't super quick like the 3 top ones that we've been dealing with this season.
Mm.
There's been a few races where they've just taken off like half a lap in front of us. It's like, really?
Oh, they'll have to.
But how are we going to go, Hazy, having Baldock back?
I don't think Bulldog's as fast as them 3.
No, he's not as fast as these 3. No. But it means,
that'll be
but we've had a season without anyone from the Banter Alliance.
Yeah.
But does he have the consistency?
He's pretty consistent. He's not the fastest, but he's
Yeah.
I reckon I give him a run for his money.
He's one of the most consistent
Ooh,
people.
there we go.
Scotty.
Yeah. He's throwing the challenge down.
Yep, as you should.
I know we like to give him a hard time, but he is consistent, Bulldog.
I think it was a Cobb salad, Will.
But it'd be interesting to see, go back and have a look at what our, like me, Dave, Matty, what our qualifying times were compared to the split 2 guys, even the split 1 guys at the start of the season to what they are now. And I'm pretty sure that there is an improvement across all 3 of us.
There absolutely is. I've been keeping an eye on that.
We've been getting closer and closer.
And even on the bottom end, if you have a look, Phil got a 0x in the season, and last week he didn't get lapped.
Hey, go Phil.
So across the season, Phil has done leaps and bounds by the new format, so you can see that it works.
Yes.
Oh, look. And the reason I batted to this format was, because I was dealing with Herman at the time, and you could just see that the likes of Herman and Phil were just not getting a go because they were basically spending 2/3 of a long race worrying about the relative.
What happened to Herman? Where was he this season?
Hammond, been very busy with work and couldn't finish off the season, so he's going to have next season off and then he'll be back.
I think he'll like the new format.
Yeah.
At one point, Phil was in front of us when we were coming around to lap him in this race, and it took us like 6 or 7 laps to catch him.
Yeah.
He was holding his own.
Quick.
And that's the improvement we're looking for in everyone
Mm.
to help everyone get up there.
I know I struggled to
last lap.
get past him.
Yeah.
Took me quite a few laps to get past him.
Yeah, I found that with Richard. Who took me quite a while to get to him.
Final flag. Actually, who commented on Phil that he was going too slow in one of the corners?
Yeah, somebody
Was
did.
that Lucas? Was it Lucas?
Lucas did.
And Phil goes, "I'm allowed to," and he goes, "Oh yeah, you are."
And I'm going, seriously, guys?
Well,
I was proud of Phil coming up with that.
Well done, Blanchy. Well done,
yeah,
Dave.
big congratulations to
Good racing.
our race winner and championship winner, Mr. Blanchard.
Yes.
Well done.
Well done.
0-0-3 between them.
What was that?
I think Gary Bicklin ran out of fuel just before the line here.
Yeah, did he get over it?
I don't know, because I passed him just before the line.
I was going to say, was somebody nice and give him a push?
I nearly ran into him.
It's downhill. It's downhill. You can roll.
So show us the championships so we can see the 3 we get rid of.
I didn't get the graphics up, so I've lucked out on that one.
Alright.
Give me 1 second. I can actually do it, I think. Just keep talking.
Come on, mate.
Just
Luke was all
keep-
ready to go.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I do a Tuesday night one, which takes most of my time.
Yes, it's going to be the 3 that won the podium here, but
Pretty much is.
It's going slow.
oh, hang on. Actually, I'm going to say Chris, David, and I'll say Matt.
Yeah, Chris, David, Matt. Yep.
Wouldn't that rot your socks to run out there?
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not as much as what it does at Road Atlanta after the last corner.
Oh, you'd be clutching. You'd be clutching. Oh, bastard! You would be just made that one.
Especially when you're racing your nemesis.
Absolutely.
Are supposed to see Gary lose there at the end?
Sorry, John.
Anita,
Two.
that rig.
Yeah, we need it. We need you, Anita.
Take Gary's rig off him. Fuck him. It's time to get a new one.
There we go.
So move over. You can't even manage
David,
fuel.
Matty.
My turn.
So
Okay, so
there's the finish. Points for the season.
It's meant to say split 3, not.
And Simon just misses out, eh?
Yeah, it's meant to say split 3. Yes, yeah. We know.
There's
We know.
consistency.
So Blanchy, Garbutt, Matty McMillan. Goodbye.
Oh, so
The tribe has spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys. See ya. Bye.
What's that?
Hazy missed a few races, did he? 'Cause I didn't think he was that far down the list.
I had what we would call a non-rage quit rage quit.
Yeah. Yep.
Where things won't go my way, so I just pulled to the side of the track and I left quietly.
Oh, okay. So you did
Was-
that once or twice.
I missed
Can
the first
I-
one altogether, and then I left 2 because it wasn't going well.
Was that Donington?
That was one of them. Yes.
Wado was one of them.
He likes to get a bit salty, don't you, Hazy?
So some good names. Good
Very
names.
salty.
Good names on that
Can
list.
Can I claim something for split 3?
Yep.
Yeah.
Finish with more points than split 2 and split 1.
I'll claim
And
Gary's rig for Anita. Done.
I'd
Yep.
like to get the tow and sort of help everyone out with the safety car, but I could not ask for a tow without swearing and losing my shit, so
Yep.
it wasn't going to go well.
Just for Blanchy, when are you going to take that sand back to Lismore? They need that sand back.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I believe, just for Stephen Murray, I believe Sean's signed up for season 13, or season 12. Sorry, have to correct me if I'm wrong there, Ben. But
Who's that?
Sean Leyland.
No.
No, okay, that's a bummer. He was very entertaining in those first few rounds.
Yeah,
coming in from the UK.
Yeah,
I don't
Shawnee.
see his name there.
Yeah, what happened to Shawnee? Because he was.
I think it was just the time
22
time differential.
Yeah, he got a new job, I think, which took away his Thursday mornings.
Because he really got on with us all really well. He just sort of fitted in nicely.
Yeah, and he did a lovely stream, which was quite entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I asked him about season 12. He committed due to high workload.
That's a
So
bummer.
hopefully back for season 13.
Yeah, that'd be good if he is.
All right.
We're gonna gamble. Got his name in every split.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cheeky bugger.
Not the right end of the leaderboard, though.
Now, the big question, boys, apart from the top three, is anyone else in the list potentially could qualify for Division 2?
Well, let me go back to the list.
I think there's a lot of people there that could do that.
It's going to be
quite
tough.
Gary might.
Yeah.
On recent form, Pete Kelleher actually could on some of his recent form on his times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark, if he fixed his pedals.
Yeah, I was going to say Mark was super quick at times.
And Jason Dunn can throw a quick lap out there as well.
Oh yeah, Jason's very quick. Lucas as
Go
well.
on. But what about Mark's attitude? I know you're listening, Mark.
Shit stirrer.
As long as he gets as long as he beats Baldock, he's fine. Yeah.
I'm going to throw a name up there.
Yep.
Gary Buckland.
Yep.
Yeah. 100%.
He's another one who can be quick on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on the track. The galley boys can be quick at times too.
Yeah.
Where did Latham finish? Pete Latham.
Split 2.
Yeah, where did he finish?
In split 2.
Yeah.
9th.
Don't worry, I can look at the points.
No, it was 9th in split 2.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's a fair effort. I think he had a couple of podiums on it. Whatever he won a race, I think.
I reckon he'll be knocking on number 1, maybe.
Could be.
Close.
Could be.
If not, he'll be fucking. If not, I reckon he's a big contender for winning the season 2.
He's another one that qualifies
mid-season.
mid-teens, but like he had to go drive-through last night and still.
Oh, I see ya, Marky. I see ya.
It will be interesting to see where it all falls, because when I was watching the telecast earlier and you're looking at some of the qualifying times in split 2, and I'm thinking, geez, down the list, so any of the top 10 there, and even a couple outside the top 10, could all get into split 2. On the day.
Here's another way to think about it, considering we're talking 3 splits. So, while you split 2 as the example, if you've finished up the top, in the top 10, say, you're going to be full of confidence. If you finished in the bottom 10, you're probably going to have lost your confidence. So, and if same thing with the guys in split 1, if you're in the bottom 10, you've probably lost your confidence. So you're going to have guys with confidence pushing against guys without confidence. So you could see a very big shake-up of all the splits, I reckon.
So what was Blanchie's qualifying time for that?
For that race, it was a 33.2 on the second lap after I did a spin on my first lap.
Let me just.
Which was a great recovery, by the way.
Yeah. So it was a 33.2.
So that would have put him halfway up the grid in split 2.
I had a look. I think it put me about 14th.
Yeah.
When I was watching,
You could have even gotten split 1 in that time. I fucked both mine. End up with a 32.9.
And I did a 32.6 for my colleague.
Anyway, we've anointed the champion, and
I feel anointed.
You feel anointed.
Congratulations.
It's good. Congratulations,
Chris.
Is anything you want to say, Blanchy?
Yes, you may all now genuflect as I enter the server.
Hey, Benny,
I'd
Benny,
rather
can we
come
ask
second
what the
than
final
first.
numbers was for next season? What was the final number? Paid, ready to go.
Paid. 1 second.
Oh, I didn't tell you. I'm really doing it. Fuck you all.
He's back.
Yeah. While he's doing that, I'll actually put the thanks to everyone. It has been a great season. It was really good racing. Thanks to the sponsors. Thanks to Ben for putting it all together. Thanks for John for Veterans 360 on a Friday night. And Becky's.
Hey Blanchy,
for having
do it
me.
how
Yeah.
Hoff would do it.
What's
Just do it how Hoff would do it.
How's that?
I'd like to thank everyone for turning up to watch me win.
Hey Hoffy, how many races you won this season?
I can't swear, so get fucked.
No, you can. Well,
So Benny boy, how many we got?
112 fully paid.
112 fully paid. And how many sitting on the fringe still?
8 more.
8 more. That's pretty bloody impressive.
Sorry. I'll rephrase that. Actually, no, only 8 more left to pay. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty impressive.
Yep.
That's really impressive.
Considering when I first started, we were one split with 30 cars.
Oh, when I first started doing this, we'd have one split, and if we got 20 cars turn up, we'd be like, "Fuck yeah, what a great field we've got tonight!" But now
then we had a compulsory pit stop to try and help the quick guys not running up the back of the slow guys. Sorry, compulsory safety car. Sorry.
So we're going to keep the pit strategies going next season?
Yeah, probably.
I reckon they're a great idea.
Probably. Come on, you need
I
to.
think it's been a great idea with the combination of opening up the fuel load during the race. That's worked really well, I think.
I think you should keep the minimum pit stops, maximum pit stops going.
Maximum?
Minimum.
Minimum, whatever.
Yeah,
minimum.
Yeah.
You're talking about Steve.
Yeah.
Well, that too hasn't been an issue.
I've lost count of the amount of drinks I've had so far, right?
Minimum.
Yeah.
But there are.
I think people still are, and we're hearing it during the broadcast. That people are still having problems getting their processes of doing their pits down pat. But I think once they get on top of that, they'll really start to appreciate and enjoy the planning in it more.
Yep.
Like you hear, who was it? Matty Parker didn't. What did he do? He did tyres, but no, he did fuel, but forgot to put tyres in. Things like that. Once people get those processes down pack, then they'll really enjoy it more. And it is really good. It does open it up.
How the fuck do you do fuel and forget tyres? They should be done at the same fucking time.
No, Baldock didn't do tyre. Baldock didn't do fuel.
Oops.
Wasn't it? It
He
was
came
something.
in- Yeah, Baldock in split 2. He came in, tyres on, but select fuel.
Hey.
Oh,
That's why he was up the front where he was.
Hey. Yeah, see, that's why I've and I keep saying, I'm happy to help everyone out because I've got it set up on my stream deck. I set it up in the I don't know, you call it the chat screen. I set the commands up in there, the macro commands.
Yep.
And got it all set up. And before each race, I'll go through and work out, well, my options will be this fuel load and this fuel load. So I'll go and change them each week. So one week my maximum fuel load one might be 80 litres and then I'll have a 60 litre one, but then I'll change it to, it might be 90 litres and 50 litres and I'll change that each week and I'll have it set up on the stream deck ready to go. And that's set up always with your tyre changes and your cleaning of your screen. And so you come into the pits, one button press, it overrides crew chief. And then you can always leave your last pit stop up to crew chief if you want to.
Crew chief, what the fuck is that?
I just guess.
That's it, guys.
Yep. I'll catch you later.
Thanks, Will.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yep. And
Have a good night.
take the opportunity. Will stepping out. We'll end the stream and say thanks to everybody and.